Hey y'all, welcome back to another okay, so this is basically I think part 4 of of Hatred, the Royal Speaker fanfic. If we're gonna be honest, I don't even remember which chapter we were on. But I love this with all my heart. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I think I might start making 2 parts per day. Because I don't know how long this is going to be, but we'll see. It was finally time to have the best time of the group's possibly worst night. Ross wore a black suit and top hat, while Robert dressed as a mad scientist. Ted Creed's reference. Roy decided on wearing nothing, of course, and the ones with the absolute best costumes in the world, Tori and V, dressed up in blow-up T-Rex costumes. Okay. They got all ready and got to the meetup area where the Hats Gang should be. Little did they know, a certain cannibal was out loose. Oh god. V and Tori walked around looking for the Hats Gang, as they also got a bunch of candy for themselves and Robert's sister as well. They spotted them and ran up to them running from Kevin's candy shop.
Sorry about that.
They probably tried to steal again. Guys, hi! V shouted. She was being extra happy and extroverted, mostly because that's her response to stress. Trying to convince herself and others she's perfectly happy. That kind of sounds like... Hey, whoa, cool costumes! Robert smiled. Ross and Roy laughed at the twins. Rawr! V giggled. Help me. I was forced to do this. Tori semi-jokingly said. It was true. They were forced to dress up in this costume, but they didn't exactly hate it. So, where's Roy's costume? Vi asked, pointing at Roy. Oh, he basically can't dress up because his parents don't want him to, nor do they want him hanging with us, Ross replied, answering for Roy. Oh, well, you're here when you're not supposed to, so why not wear a costume? V asked. That's true, dude, Robert agreed. Whatever, costumes are dumb anyways. Roy rolled his eyes.
Stop being Sarah, it's Halloween.
Said every boring person ever, Tori replied. That's what I'm saying. Roy's eyes widened ever so slightly, and he began to grumble, walking over to 2 kids. He snatched a kid's jacket and another kid's microphone. We confusedly watched as the kids complained, and Roy shooed them away. The hell are you supposed to be? Tori asked as Roy walked up. A rapper! Roy proudly grinned. I love that line so much. That's not scary, Robert pointed out. I love this! Just then, the skeleton and pumpkin kid you now know as Skid and Pump walked by. They carried a large box of candy. Whoa, V mumbled. I get to do this thing again! Okay. Hey, wait. Roy shouted, gathering the attention of you all. Where are you going with all that candy? To get more candy, Skid grinned. I think... Oh my god, I love this scene so much. I think that... Oh, no, you don't. You didn't come with the costume, Ross grumbled. V and Robert began to talk to the 2 kids while Roy and Ross argued. Tori turned their attention to the 2 arguing. Bro, I love this. Why? I have a costume. It's not yours. What? Well, it's still a costume. Just leave them alone. Oh, God. Okay. What a party pooper. Did y'all like that? They rolled their eyes at the 2 shenanigans. Them rapscallions. Robert and V waved the other 3 over, and they all got a handful. Well, Roy got multiple handfuls. They thanked them, and they all looked at their bags. A scary presence was then felt. The group turned, and V and Roy screamed. And the group began to shake as Tori protectively stood slightly in front of their friends, ready to punch and scream if they needed to. Bro, I love how it brings up tender treats again. Did you know many cultures consume blood for food, and that includes humans? Wow, did you know that nobody fucking asked? Now back off, creep. Tori glared. V gave Tori a scared glare that screamed, "Shut the fuck up, bitch, you're gonna get us killed." The man simply chuckled. The chuckles turned to maniacal laughter. Tori furrowed their brows while trying not to piss themselves. They would never admit it, but they were horrified. Accurate. But they would do anything to protect those they love. Also accurate. Okay, I'm done. If you take our candy, will you leave us alone? Robin earnestly asked. The man shrugged and nodded. Why do I have the hiccups? The group gave their candy quickly, but Tori didn't budge. Tori! V whisper yelled. Oh god. Piss off, red meat from Meep City looking bitch, Tori glared. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna put another swear warning in the title of the video. Just give it, oh for fuck's sake. Vice snatched their candy as Tori gave an offended gasping glare. The man chuckled. You've got guts, kid. He patted their head, which they quickly swatted away. The man walked off, eating the group's candy. Tori, you can't just do shit like that, V screamed. Piss off. I had Skittles in there, too. You could have died. For Skittles, it's worth it. You idiot! V just gave it up inside. Tori grumbled. Hey. The teen turned around to see Roy. Oh, hey, they smiled. That was really dumb. I know. Oh, wait, that was... Okay, when it doesn't say who's saying the line, that's when I mess up. Okay. That was really dumb. I know. But you were, super brave. Roy smiled. Thank you. Tori felt himself blush. You were super cool, too. Tori smiled. The two maintained eye contact and gazed at each other softly. Oh God. Meanwhile, the others were bummed about the candy. They were happy their friends might actually get together. Oh god, I'm not ready for this. Okay, Roy glanced at Tori's lips, then their eyes. He was about to lean in, but was interrupted. You are in big trouble, Reynold. A man's voice boomed, making the two jump. Oh no. His mother, Carmen, exited the car and gasped. What is that costume? Rapper. Oh, you could have been something more elegant. Like a vampire. The others glared at Roy. Okay, I need to take a deep breath for this. Oh. Get inside, Randall, and Bolding twins. What are you two doing, and what are you wearing? I was sent to look for you two while searching for my son, and certainly did not expect to see such hideous costumes. Get in the car as well. I'm driving you home. Your parents will all hear about this. You three shouldn't hang with plebeians like these. You know, this actually makes sense, because the narrator actually mentioned that that we were also rich before. So that makes sense. Roy got in and glanced at a bag of candy. He sat on his lap and the twins sat next to him. He asked to say bye, to which Carmen said yes. He gave them other candy, and the three waved the two boys goodbye. It was a silent ride to the Bolding household. Roy looked bummed as he knew his parents were extremely disappointed. Tori noticed him and put their hand on his. He froze and looked at them with a large blush covering his face. Tori had a small pink tint to their cheeks. What you did was super nice, Roy, Tori whispered with a smile. It was nothing, really. Roy had a goofy grin and looked away. Sometimes nothing can mean a lot to a person, Tori smiled. Yeah, that's true. Roy smiled and put his arm around Tori, pulling them into a side hug. Tori leaned in Tori leaned on him and he played with their hair. The two stayed like that for the rest of the drive. Bro, I can't right now. Okay. Tori was in deep thought the entire time. They knew one thing for sure now. They definitely liked this boy and planned to tell him sometime after this cult shit is over with. What they didn't know was this was going to be a hell of a bumpy ride. Alright, next chapter. Oh god. Apparently, killing warning and blood. I'll put that in the title too. Y'all know by now they're swearing, so I don't even think I have to tell you about that. But, yeah, but, like, I'll warn you about the, like, killing. The twins arrived home, only to be yelled at. Where the hell have you two been? And what are you wearing? Your father yelled. Trick-or-treating in our costumes? It's Halloween. Tori sassily replied, uh-oh. And Miss Carmen informed us that you have been seen in public messing around with peasants. You mean our friends? What does social status and money matter? Tori asked. That's what I'm saying, sis. Vi remained silent to avoid getting in further trouble, but Tori just had to keep going. It's the eat or be eaten world, Tori. Similarly, with our status and money, we are the ones on top, while the poor ruffians remain on the bottom. We have power. They simply follow in our shadow. Right. Anyways, I'm tired from all the walking and I bet V is too, so we're going to sleep. Tori should shut the conversation down as V just silently nodded. Sleep well, and remember, me and your mother will be out for an adult-only Halloween party, so be good. Your father patted your head. You simply nodded and began to walk to your rooms. You really need to stop fearing Mom and Dad, you know. You sighed, glancing at a quiet V. I know, but they're so scary, V whisper yelled. Okay, I know it's Vi, but I'm just gonna keep saying V because it's easier. It's not like they're gonna kill you, you whisper yelled, chuckling, then stopped. Oh yeah, murderous cultists. Bad warning. Wording. If I could talk, I mean, it's a possibility, but you weren't helping. Well, it's true. Anyways, I doubt they do any harming to us, especially outside of the cult meetings. Tori smiled reassuringly. V nodded with a weak smile. And the two got into bed until they heard their parents' car leave. They quickly sprung out of bed and texted the group chat. They both put on their ninja costumes. Oh, this is going to be good. They then ran to the graveyard with all their supplies. They split the stuff into bags with the equipment all at equal amounts. When they got there, everyone looked anxious. Ready, guys? Tori asked. The group nodded, taking in a deep breath. All right, let's get going. They ran throughout the woods as quietly and stealthily as they could possibly be. As they saw the chapel in sight, they became more cautious. Chattering could be heard. They quickly looked through the window at an angle where they'd hopefully be unnoticed. Sorry, I heard a door closed. They couldn't quite see the cultist's face due to the red hooded robes. The speaking was barely able to be made out, but one thing was heard clearly. Bring out the sacrifice! The teens lightly gasped. Just then, two cultists came out of the shadows carrying an unconscious body. Oh my god. It was a teenager from their high school. I don't want to be here, Robert trembled as his buddies tried to comfort him. That's the kid that went missing in my geography class, Ross mumbled shakily. The cultist then sprawled out the body. We have to do something, V whispered. We only have self-defense related gear. Fuck, Tori mumbled. Number dialing was quietly heard. What are you doing? V asked. Calling the police, Ray whispered. Good. Just do it quietly. You four go somewhere safe. I'll keep watch, Tori ordered. The four nodded and walked off. Tori watched wide-eyed as the hooded figures' hoods fell as they raised their daggers. They watched the gruesome sight as they took turns stabbing the poor schoolmate. Oh my god. They began to tremble, holding in the urge to barf. Oh Jesus. A gasp was heard behind them. They turned to see V, who immediately and loudly threw up. The cultists' heads turned to their direction. Direction. The twins ducked. Run, Tori said almost below a whisper. What? Roy said, running up. The chapel's doors burst open. I said fucking run! Tori yelled, not caring if they heard, since they're already seen. They had their costumes on anyways, so their identities were secret. The group ran as fast as they could. The cult wasn't seen behind them, which worried them more. They got close to their town and saw a building, so using their grappling hooks, they jumped on a roof to keep going while maintaining high ground. They were... Okay, that confuses me. While maintaining high ground, they eventually got to a police station where they were told to remain calm. The officers at the front desk kept watch. The group stayed silent. Tori was hyperventilating as V tried to comfort them. An officer walked up to them. What did you guys see? He asked. All I saw was a body and bloody daggers, V mumbled, then turned to you. Tori saw something too. The officers saw your scared state and took you to an interrogation room so you two could speak alone. So what'd you see, kid? The officer asked. Their breathing began to pick up pace as their vision got fuzzy and hearing began to fade. Cultists, Mom, Dad, Roy's mom, Dad, people, geography classmate, Ross. Tori couldn't properly speak. Relatable. I think they want their parents. Call the parents. They wanted to scream no, but couldn't speak at that point as their world began to fade to black. Oh my god. Okay, a day later, muffled voices were heard. They soon cleared up. They're waking up! A woman's voice was heard. I slowly opened my eyes at the blurriness, then unfamiliar faces. I quickly sat up, but a terrible headache began to form. Whoa, careful, little buddy. You passed out and need to be careful. Here, drink some water. A person who appears to be a nurse smiled. Where am I? The hospital. A mistakenly familiar voice hit my ears like nails on a chalkboard. Mother. My heartbeat began to race as memories flooded through, and apparently the monitor I was hooked up to did as well. My mother and father glanced at the monitor and then me with the same emotionless gaze. What's the matter, my dear? You look like you've seen a monster, my father said, his voice dripping with sass. They've just been through a lot of stress. You probably just scared them, the nurse smiled. Right. You do remember what happened, right? My father raised a brow. His voice was neutral, but his eyes made it clear that if he could right now, he'd have a shit-eating grin. Yeah, I was messing around with my friends when I shouldn't have, and this guy in red scared the jeebies out of me. I lied. Interesting story. Well, that man must have scared a hell of a lot of jeebies since he ran all the way to the police station and apparently had a panic attack and fainted there. You apparently witnessed a murder. Right. Wait, where's V and Roy and... I asked. School. V and your little friends are at school. I sighed in relief. Why, you look quite worried. Is everything all right? My mother asked, a mocking tone slightly visible. I'm just peachy. I gave a forced grin. Well, that's great. You should be home by tonight and school by tomorrow, if you and your parents would like. We all nodded, saying okay. The next day, V clung to my side the entire morning so far. It was quite the annoying walk to school, but she was rightfully worried, I suppose. She too thinks Mom and Dad are suspicious as they've been acting strange. You yelled at V for not telling them about your parents, but she said they were all just worried about you in the moment and forgot. God damn it, V. The second they got on the school grounds, they were tackled into a hug. Oh, Roy. Okay. You scared me, you idiot. I've been texting you since yesterday. Roy shouted, tears seen at the corner of his eyes. You hugged him back, wincing at his loud tone. I know. How do you feel? Ross asked. Better than before. I guess it was just a lot, you sighed. Well, yeah, you fainted, Robert exclaimed. Are you okay? Well, for a person who had to witness, never mind. I'm fine. If anything, I'm even more ready to put their asses in jail, you grinned reassuringly. The group smiled that you seemed to be doing better. But in reality, you were scared. Very scared. But you can't let them know that. Okay, I'll post it on the next chapter in a little bit, but this has been part 4 of Hatred. Yeah. I generally like this story a lot. I wasn't expecting this to be really, really well written, but also shout out Atanuris Kenny for making this. I really enjoyed it. I'm a satisfied customer.